Okay, it is 5:32, and we will start our regular meeting with a roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Here.
Commissioner Barwick.
Here.
Commissioner Webb.
Here.
Commissioner Stecklin.
Here.
Mayor Absher.
Here. Chief, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It brings us to item number 3 on the agenda, which is the public comments and audience to visitors. Is there anyone here tonight that would like to address the council? Okay, hearing none, we move on to item 4, consent agenda, which consists of items A, B, and sub-items tonight. Anyone on the council want any of these items or sub-items removed from the consent agenda and voted upon with a separate vote? Anybody from our audience want any of these items voted upon separately? Okay, I'd entertain a motion to pass the consent agenda as presented, and then we can discuss.
I would make a motion, pass the consent agenda as given.
Second.
Any questions or comments on the consent agenda? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick.
Yay.
Commissioner Webb.
Yay.
Commissioner Stecklin.
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Commissioner Webb, item number 5.
Yeah, I'll put in form of a motion to approve ordinance 3939, which is a loan agreement with the First Southern Bank for a purchase of a new 2024 Freightliner. This has been in the works for a while. The truck is here, and it's down at the street department, but we still have to get the bed, the plow, and the hydraulics and all put on it. So, but this is the loan agreement to pay for it.
I would second that.
Okay, any questions on item 5A? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick.
Yay.
Commissioner Webb.
Yay.
Commissioner Stecklin.
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item 6 under public affairs, item A is, we have talked about this in council meetings past. Cody's addressed it on a couple of different occasions, I believe, but we are contemplating putting in a new TIF where it does not, parts of town, mostly older residential areas, similar to residential TIF 1 and 2, with some mixed commercial development in it. Some of this area has never been covered by a TIF. A little bit of it out by the interstate was and never developed. Now that TIF 1 is expired, has expired, that's our contemplation. As you guys will recall, there's a long process of studying this and putting one into play. The attorney firm that we hire, Jacob and Klein, and the Economic Development Group has to do certain studies. The way the TIF statute is, I'm saying this for benefit of the media and anybody that's listening on video, the area as a whole has to qualify for certain characteristics under the state TIF statute. So it's not that any one property necessarily is blighted or undeveloped, but that the area as a whole. So we've identified an area, as you've got in your, pictured in your packet under this item, that we want to have the attorneys study and start this process. There's no guarantee that it does meet that definition, but they will tell us that's sort of their first step, I think, is to run all the metrics. And that's the process we'd like to start by hiring them, and I'll put that in the form of a motion to approve ordinance 3938, which is a professional service agreement with Jacob and Klein and the Economic Development Group for the creation of TIF 20.
I'll second that.
Okay, any questions on this or discussion on the map? And again, this can be modified. This isn't etched in stone per se at this point. It's just to start the process. This is typically a 6-month process if it does qualify, which we won't know for. It'll take 3 or 4 months to know whether it qualifies.
3 months to qualify and we'll have to have public hearings.
Is it another couple of months beyond that or 6 months beyond that?
6 months total.
6 months total. So somewhere towards the end of the year is what we would be looking at probably.
I'm assuming the TIF and the star bonds cannot cross boundaries, or can they?
It can predate star bonds, TIF can, but
Okay.
this area is not,
Doesn't?
doesn't touch that.
It looks, yeah, it just looks close, but.
And where it does pre-exist, you can't get benefit of both.
Yeah.
So, any other questions on this ordinance or the process that we're proposing going through? Who seconded that? I did.
Commissioner Webb.
Okay. Okay, roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick.
Yay.
Commissioner Webb.
Yay.
Commissioner Steckland.
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Okay, item 6B, this item we approved, I think at the last meeting, the actual expenditure, when Aaron Smith at Little Nashville put in the water line, some of the demands that we made, including coming across the street and having to do a lot more work and put in, I think, a fire service line and some other things, drove up the cost of that project well beyond what he had submitted. And that was what we communicated last time and approved to split that through TIF funds on the part that was done on the city's land, basically. We already approved that expenditure at the last meeting, but we need to codify that in the form of his TIF redevelopment agreement. And that's what this ordinance 3940 is, which I'll put into form of a motion to approve, which is an amendment to the redevelopment agreement with Aaron Smith and Little Nashville Cafe Incorporated.
I'd second that.
Any questions on this? This part's more of a technicality than anything. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick.
Yay.
Commissioner Webb.
Yay.
Commissioner Steckland.
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item 6C, we had applied, Jennifer Olson had worked on what they call an Energy Transition Communities Grant. And one of the qualifying uses for that was identifying wayfinding places and things like that. You've got on your desk here what these signs will look like. These are solar powered signs that look like this. We've identified 15 parking places, parking lots, not places, downtown. I've said this many times, we've got over 700 free parking places downtown. I've also said in nearly the same breath, we've done a poor job of identifying where those are at, as the old signs have gotten removed over time and faded and such. So these will be very readily seen and will highlight that the parking is free and that it's municipal parking. And there's 15 of those signs. This is funded fully through this grant. However, we have to fund it's a reimbursable grant, so we will have to pay for it ahead of time and seek reimbursement. So,
Mike, do these identify each parking lot or each
yes,
parking space?
15 different parking lots.
Lots,
Right.
not spaces.
No, that would be a lot more money.
Yeah.
The signs themselves, as you can see, are cheap.
Yeah.
The solar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the expensive.
Yeah.
Right. And we looked, it would have cost us a whole lot more to try to run the electric and pay for a meter and all that stuff. And over time, obviously, solar's better anyway, so.
I'm assuming these are dusted on type things.
Yeah. And there will be, the grant total was around 54,000, so there will be some additional expenses in coming months.
Additional items. Like we've got a couple of signs that we're trying to, it's not signs, it's basically a touch screen, like a touchscreen TV that will advertise stuff that's going on downtown, right? We're thinking about putting it up here on City Hall where the old ATM was for the bank, that area. And then there's another one of those, and I'm not sure. Yeah, on the center square. So, but we haven't identified, nailed down exactly what device is appropriate to sit outside like that. They make them, but we're trying to do. It's a little hard to believe about a TV being outside 24/7, 365, so we want to make sure we're getting the right encasement for it and it will work. So. Any other questions on item 6C? it may have said in here, do we know what the timeline is on these?
I think they're pretty quick.
We'll have them up by summer anyway,
What
right?
are the what is that size? I can't read any of that. How big are these?
I saw it, hang on a second.
I know it's on there, but
They're, the sign itself is 3 feet tall, but we're about,
okay. So where it says free parking will be 3 foot.
yeah.
Will that be placed in the center of the parking lot,
Towards
elevated,
the,
or?
like toward the street, I think. So if you think down here behind, or beside the conservatory, we'll have a bollard or something close to the street that will be able to be identified from the street so that people can see that that entire lot is free parking. So I don't know all the other locations off the top of my head, but all the city parking lots that we've identified where we can put a sign like that would be useful.
Yeah, some of them we may put in the center. Those will have to raise, so they're above car height.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Did we have a motion and a second?
Was there a second?
I'll second it.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton?
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick?
Yay.
Commissioner Webb?
Yay.
Commissioner Stecklin?
Yeah.
Mayor Absher?
Yay. Item 6D, we have one commercial, hub TIF commercial facade grant for Monroe Cleaners. All that information and that documentation is in your packet. $26,000 plus project, of which the grant amount is $10,000. This is for new awnings and windows. Is there some window replacement? Somebody else like to make that motion?
I make a motion to approve the Hub TIF commercial facade agreement application for Monroe Cleaners for $10,000.
A second?
Any questions on this? Need more applications. Businesses that are in the hub TIF need to call me or Cody. I'll just talk to you about what the qualifying things. It's pretty broad as to what you can use for it. Tuck pointing, landscaping, roof repair, window replacement, siding, concrete work like some have done, made their facilities much better. Soon gutters, things like that might work. Signage, if it's affixed to the building. But there's a lot of qualifying things for it. We've probably had less than 15, less than 10. We've got a budget for about 25. So hope you get the word out there and businesses will take advantage of this. So roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton?
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick?
Yay.
Commissioner Webb?
Yay.
Commissioner Stecklin?
Yay.
Mayor Absher?
Yay. Item 7, commissioner reports. Doug, we'll start with you tonight.
The treasurer's office is good. I don't have anything to report, sir.
New treasurer still doing okay?
Your treasurer's doing good. Warming right up to everybody and everything, so, yep, doing a good job.
Okay, Mr. Barwick?
Have a fire department report for the month of January. They had 10 100 series fire calls, had 8 rescue and EMS calls, 7 hazardous condition, no fire calls, 7 service calls, 10 good intent calls, 26 activated alarms for a total of 68 incidents in the month of January. That's all I have.
Okay. Mr. Stecklin?
I got a couple. Water Department, I'm going to give the 2023 synopsis, a little bit late, but 62 new service taps for 2023, 77 water main breaks. Of 33 of those, there were boil orders that were issued. 67 services were updated, approximately 5,300 foot of service pipe was replaced. 28 fire hydrants have been replaced, repaired, or added into the system. 228 meter pits were repaired. We had 5,376 service calls, 5,181 Julie locates. 396 of those were emergency requests, so please, if you're going to dig, please call ahead of time. We relocated 5 water mains, and we probed or unearthed around 50% of the city's water distribution system in our GIS mapping system. So we are getting closer and closer to having the entire water system completely computer mapped, which has been 100 years overdue. The water department installs, maintains over 1,418 fire hydrants in the city and 9,015 water meters. We stay in compliance with all EPA regulations, all aspects of the distribution system, and are currently still verifying service line material of all the houses and businesses for lead, reporting to both the federal and the state EPAs. So, I also asked the Civic Center and the Pavilion to give me just a little brief update, kind of give a little people what's happening. You know, both places are very busy, so I just thought I'd throw out for March kind of what's coming up at it, if that's okay. March 1st at the Civic Center, Colton Dixon, Jordan Felice. March 2nd, Chelsea Lynn as Trailer Trash Tammy, which tickets are almost sold out for that. March 7th, Johnny Lee and Mandy Barnett. March 9th, Michael Jackson, The Illusion. March 12th, Chamber Luncheon will be held there. March 15th, We Are Messengers. March 21st, the Judicial Symposium. March 22nd and 23rd, Truth Seekers Homecoming. March 28th, Charo. And March 30th, the Masters of Soul. So that is going on at the Pavilion, and I will tell you right now what's going on. At the Civic Center. Here is what's going on at the Pavilion. I don't know that people realize how much our things are used. They see events going on here, events going on there. Microsoft is making me say it's okay. Copilot, okay. So March 2nd, this is at the Pavilion. March 2nd is Shopapalooza, which is public. March 5th, the roller derby has practice there. March 6th, Bi-County Health Meeting. March 9th, Illinois Roller Girls Roller Derby Bout. March 13th, Williams County Tourism Meeting. March 14th to the 16th, Kids Simon Expo. March 16th, the Daddy-Daughter Dance. March 19th, Regional Office of Education event, training event. March 22nd to 24th, Magpie Market Day Spring Public event. And 26th, Wall Street Financial Retirement Seminar. That evening, roller derby practice, and the 28th is the Friends of the NRA annual banquet. So lots of stuff going on at those two facilities, so we like to see them things. This is trivia night, so we got trivia. First question, is there such a thing in America called National Trivia Day? Yes, there is a National Trivia Day. It's celebrated each year on January the 4th. Robert Birch, an American librarian, is credited with founding National Trivia Day. It was celebrated in 1980 for the first time. The word trivia has Latin origins. It's the plural form of trivium, which means place where 3 roads meet. All right, so here are your 2 questions. What is the least commonly used letter in the English language? J, Q, Z, or V?
I'm going to go with Z.
Q.
V. We picked everything. You want J just to be. One of you's got to win. It is Z. At 0.07% of all words in the language.
You said it twice.
So it just doubled to 0.14. The most commonly used letter is E at 12.7%. And the second question is, what is the only food that can never go bad? Is it jelly, carrots, beets, or honey?
Honey.
It is honey. It's the only food that will never rot or expire. It's been found in ancient Egyptian tombs and is still viable. There you go.
Everybody can sleep better tonight.
Now we know.
Commissioner Webb.
Yes, as far as streets, we've been ditching and doing some riprap work on Norman and Carter Street. Doing some, the weather's allowed us to do some great progress on sidewalks on 3rd Street, Garfield, Fair Street, Boulevard, and Calumet. Still patching some road from that deep freeze we had back in January, so working on that. Cemetery, we're getting the blade sharp, and grass mowing's going to be around the corner, so things are starting to heat up out the cemetery as well. So that's all I have.
Okay, anything to come before the council under item 8, miscellaneous? Anybody have a need for a closed or executive session? Okay, hearing none, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton?
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick?
Yay.
Commissioner Webb?
Yay.
Commissioner Steckland?
Yay.
Mayor Absher?
Yay. Thank you all.